your SNAP eligibility requirements are going to be changing in 2 days. Food stamps, SNAP benefits will be changing in 2 days. December 1st, you need to meet the following qualifications in order to keep your SNAP benefits. And you're going to have to reconfirm your eligibility every month. So you either need to have a job, be in some type of qualified training program, or be involved in some type of qualifying community service. If you are between the ages of 18 and 64 and you do not have a 14-year-old or younger living with you, and you're going to have to qualify, be eligible every month with these requirements. If you are not, your SNAP benefits, your food stamps, will be either cut in half or terminated. This does not apply to anyone who's disabled, takes care of disabled, is maybe having a child. This is for what they're calling able-bodied individuals. So every month you are going to have to certify essentially that your eligibility for food stamps and the SNAP program. So you're not going to just get them for free anymore. And if you don't qualify and confirm every single month with the 80-hour minimum, you will not be getting benefits that month. Did you guys know this? Let me know down in the comments. Does this affect you in any way? Because everyone thought that they got their SNAP benefits back and they were good to go. No, Trump has his foot on the neck of this program and he is completely overhauling it and revamping it. So you might want to get it together if you're what they're calling an able-bodied individual. Let me know down in the comments. Did you guys know this? Are you ready to be reconfirmed every month to keep your benefits coming in?
So just in case you were unaware, yesterday was the start. It was the big beginning of all of the changes in the SNAP benefits food stamps program. And I can already tell you where this is headed next. I can tell you for a fact that these lazy people who have been mooching and leeching off the government since they were born, whose mothers leached off the government, whose grandmothers leached off of taxpayer dollars, they're not going to suddenly get up and start being productive now. They're not going to suddenly get up and say, you know what, I need to get a job and actually do something with my life. I need to provide for my family. Not the government. They're not going to do that. They're not going to have this massive change of heart and then suddenly, millions of EBT queens and kings, I guess you could call them, around America suddenly have work ethic and ambition. No. What's going to happen here is we are going to see the biggest community service fraud scam of all time take place right in front of our faces. That is what the future story is going to be. The story today is that, EBT rules are changing. You're going to have to work or do community service. The story in 6 months is, oh my God, we have millions of people forging documents about community service. We have millions of people just pretending they did community service. And just like with everything else that goes on with the EBT crowd, there's going to be a new mini economy that sprouts out of all of this. Now you're going to have employers, you're going to have people working at certain places selling community service hours. And what I mean by that, you're going to have people saying, hey, give me $50 and I'll write off that you did 6 hours of community service. We're going to see a whole little mini underground economy grow out of this. And I can guarantee you that it's already happening as we speak. But there's other things happening as well. Over the past couple of days, since these new rules came into effect, there's been multiple white people, white women, white kids attacked for no reason inside of grocery stores across America. I've now seen multiple stories, and look, you are lucky if you come across this stuff because the mainstream media doesn't report on it. And I'm not saying that this ties directly with the new rules in EBT. What I'm saying is these new rules came into effect, And the same day, we saw multiple attacks in grocery stores across America. Of course, the target was always a white woman or a white child, and the attacker is always a black person. In fact, in Texas, someone walked up to a lady and smacked her kid for no reason. And it was actually, luckily, caught on camera, or else we wouldn't even know that it happened, because when hate crimes are committed against white people, the news refuses to talk about it. But we know these crimes are happening every single day. I could create a dozen YouTube channels and upload 5 videos a day to each channel just going over all of the attacks that we see on a daily basis. But I want to go ahead and show you some of this security footage. Before I do, though, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you share the video on social media. Make sure you subscribe. If you're feeling generous, if you would like to donate, you can donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. But with that being said, let's roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more. And you see, folks, this right here is kind of one of the hidden dangers of EBT, SNAP benefits, food stamps, you name it. Now, obviously, most of the people who get food stamps aren't walking around attacking people randomly, right? But when you offer the scum of the earth, violent criminals who will never make something of themselves, when you give them free money to go grocery shopping, what do you think they do? They go inside of the stores where innocent, normal people are shopping. And now, only because of EBT and food stamps, you now have to be exposed to these violent, low IQ criminals, low impulse control, who do nothing with themselves but act out violently and collect government checks. Now you have to be exposed to that. If they didn't have EBT money, they probably wouldn't be in that grocery store slapping your kids. That's the reality. And that's not to say, oh, everyone on EBT is out to get you. They're going to attack you in the store. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. But you wouldn't be around these kind of people as much if they weren't given thousands of free dollars every month to go shop at the same stores that you shop at with your hard-earned money. That's the reality. And I know some people watched that clip and they said, well, why didn't the guy step in? I'm kind of getting annoyed by those kind of reactions to these kind of videos. Obviously, as men, we should be stepping in situations like this one. But society as a whole needs to decide right now. They need to decide, do you want masculine, strong men or not? Because over the past decade, there has been nothing but nonstop attacks on real men, masculine men, men who would step up and protect a child or a woman in a situation like this. There's been nonstop attacks on real men. And if we're being honest here, because the attacker is black, they're going to be released from jail the next day after slapping that kid. Nothing's really going to be done to them. They will be released 70 freaking times. They can get arrested and released over and over again until they kill someone, and even then they'll probably release them after a couple of years. However, if you are a white man that stands up and defends that woman or that child, or if you attacked the aggressor in this situation, you would go to jail. You would get your life ruined. You would have your job taken from you. You would be labeled a racist, a white supremacist. You would have All of these labels placed on you, your name would be dragged through the mud, and they would ensure that you never get to live a normal life again. That's the reality that we're all living in here, folks. Yeah, there are plenty of people who want to step in, but is it worth it? Do you want to step in to take down this violent criminal who's going to be released from jail the very next day while you're still sitting in jail, getting demonized online, losing your job, and any future potential to do really anything positive with your life? So society is going to have to choose what they want. Preferably, I'd rather society accept strong, loving men who are willing to step in and defend people. But that's not what society has been wanting lately. And of course, the people watching this video, you're not the kind of people that I'm talking about, but you know the kind of people that I'm talking about. But for now, I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.